أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمي الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh jami'an. Inshallah, hope everyone is well. And can everyone hear me loud and clearly?
Yes, Sheikh.
Brilliant.
Yes, we can hear you.
Where have
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Where have you reached?
Lesson 9, we are going to start
yeah.
today.
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely.
Yeah, we are going to start.
Yes. So inshallah, before I start lesson number 11, I'm going to explain something. I haven't done this before, but I'm going to pilot it with yourself and see how you respond to this. Give me 1 second. Let me just find that handout. Okay, I'm going to put everyone on mute, and then I'll explain this lesson, and then I'll bring everyone back on the mic. Right. Okay, now what I'm going to do today is, I haven't done this before, but I'm going to try it with yourself and see how you find this. Now, the Arabic language. Now, in the Arabic language, when we started the first lesson, I mentioned about mubtada and khabar. That in the Arabic language, you have, if a noun starts a sentence, it is called subject. And it requires, every subject or a noun which starts a sentence, it requires a khabar, news which is given about the noun which starts. In English, it's called the predicate. So you have the subject and the predicate, mubtada and khabar. Mubtada comes from the word bada or ibtada, means beginning. So mubtada means the noun which starts a sentence, and khabar is the news which is being provided by the speaker for the listener so that he gets some benefit from the sentence. So we have mubtada and khabar. Now, there are certain things which can become. Now, I'm going to try to teach in a different way, so I'm just trying to get everything up together. Now, there are certain things that can become the subject itself. So certain things which can become the subject, and there are certain things which can become the khabar itself. And I'm going to ask Sister Shahla. Sister Shahla, can you unmute yourself, please? I want you to go on the mic because you're the first student who came to the class. Now, Sister Shahla, can you hear me?
Yes.
Now, I want you to, can you see what, the actual details on the screen? So I want you to start reading this, and inshallah, we'll benefit from this. Bismillah, go ahead. Let me make it full screen.
Inshallah.
Go ahead.
I cannot see the screen because.
What about now?
Okay. Nominal sentence.
Mm-hmm.
The basic nominal sentence. It's moving again and again. Sorry, I'm taking time. Arabic sentences are of two types, nominal and verbal. The type of sentence is identified simply by examining the word at the beginning of the sentence. If the word is a noun, then the sentence is nominal or verbal, nominated sentence, or jumla ismiya. If the sentence begins with a verb, then you have a verbal sentence or jumla failure. Each sentence type has its own rules. Since we have thoroughly discussed the grammar of words and word constructions, familiarization with the nominal sentence should not take too long. Nominal sentence have two components, a subject and a predicate, mubtada and khabar. The predicate serves to give information about the subject. Unlike English, Arabic has no specific word for is. In Arabic, there is a hidden or implied is between the subject and the predicate. A simple way to differentiate the subject and predicate is by looking at the definiteness of the two. Since the predicate gives information, or it has changed.
Sorry.
Since the predicate gives information about the subject, both have to match in gender, number, and also the rough case.
Excellent. Just 1 second. Just one second. So these three things are the most important thing, that whenever you have a noun start sentence, it's a nominal sentence, number one. Number two, what do they do? Since the predicate gives information about the subject, both have to match in gender. Number one, gender, number, and also rough. Rough meaning that both of them should have dhamma or dhamma tanween.
The key difference is that predicate is typically indefinite. Another concept that is important to keep in mind, since we covered word constructions in the previous chapter, is that both subject and the predicate can be entire word constructions.
Right.
Please note the following rules for nominal sentences. Number one, consists of two components, a subject and a predicate, khabar and mubtada. There is an implied unwritten is between subject and predicate. The subject comes before the implied is and is generally definite. If the sentence starts with a noun, ism, that mean is the that noun is the subject.
Correct. So these points here are really important to understand. Mubtada and khabar. So majority of the Quran and all of the Arabic language is encompassed within this concept of subject and predicate, that both of them should be with dhamma or with dhamma tanween. And also the concept of is, that is implied, and there is an implied unwritten is between subject and predicate. Like when you say al-kitabu jamilun, the book is beautiful.
Beautiful.
So al-kitab is a subject, whatever comes after is the khabar, is the predicate. And then also the predicate comes after the implied is and is generally indefinite. That the khabar
is indefinite.
Correct.
Both the subject and the predicate are rough.
Correct.
The non-verbal sentence can have other details after the predicate that give additional information.
Correct. Correct. Now, I'm just going to use this and then go back. So I just need to use these three examples and then go back. It's just, thank you, sister. Is that clear for you, what you've read so far?
Yes.
Yes, okay, brilliant.
Let us look at the example below, which
just
shows—
give me 2 seconds, sister. Let me choose someone else to come on the mic. Can I have Sister Samira? Sister Samira, are you there? Just 1 second. Sister Samira, you be able to go ahead. You should be able to unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam.
Yes, I couldn't unmute.
Yeah. So can you read from here? The house is big. These examples and explain where is the subject and where is the predicates.
The house is big. The house al-baytu, big, kabirun. So the subject of mubtada is the definite raf, and the khabar is the indefinite raf. A nominal sentence, al-baytu kabirun. A nominal sentence starts with a noun, so the baytun is the noun.
Excellent.
Other examples, this is a book, hada kitabun, those are Muslims, ulaika muslimun.
Okay, now over here now, hada, so remember this as well, a definite noun which has alif lam can become the subject, number one. Number two, all demonstrative nouns like hada, dhalika, and tilka can become a subject. So hada kitab, this is a book. Hada is coming in the beginning of the sentence. It doesn't have alif lam, but because hada is a demonstrative pointing noun and is restricting to who you're pointing, so that's the reason why it's allowed to come as a subject. Number two. Number three, all proper nouns. So all names of individuals are treated as proper nouns. So there's two types of proper nouns. One type of proper noun is by adding alif lam, and the other type of proper noun is names of individuals. All names of individuals, Zaid, Bakr, Fatima, Zaid, Yasir, Habib, all of these names, all names of individuals are proper nouns because they're referring to one individual. These names are allowed to come as the subject, number three. And what else is there? Also, number four, all pronouns. All pronouns like huwa jamilun, he is beautiful. Hiya talibatun, she is a student. So these are four examples of nouns which are able to come as the subject. Is that clear for everyone?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, brilliant.
Yes.
Now, I'm not going to, I'll send this handout in the group so that you can look at this handout. Yes.
Sheikh, can I have just can I ask you one question about the raf?
Yep.
I forget what the the two and the one.
The raf means the nominative case, meaning that in all nouns in the Arabic language,
like kitabun.
We'll get either kitabun or al-kitabu. So raf means a noun when receives a dhamma or a dhamma tanween is called raf.
Got it. Yes.
Okay. And that is a ruling that the mubtada and khabar, both of them will be in the state of raf. And it's also this handout has mentioned that the subject itself, if it's going to be definite, the noun is going to be definite by alif lam, it will have one dhamma, and the khabar will come nakira, indefinite, and it will come with a tanween. So let's read now what is going to teach us about the predicate, the khabar.
The predicate, al-khabar. The predicate generally comes after the subject. It is raf. Number three, the predicate agrees in gender, plurality, and i'rab.
I'rab means the harakat. Yeah.
Oh, the harakat. Since it gives information about its subject, but not in definiteness. Number four, it is typically indefinite, but please note that exceptions do exist. Cases where the predicate is definite are discussed here later. Number five, the predicate can entire words construction, possessive, pointing, or describing constructions, and thus be composed of two or more nouns. Number six, there are four types of predicate. The simplest one is termed mufrad, which we looked at in the previous examples. Example from the Quran and Hadith. وَهُوَ عَلِيمٌ بِذَاتِ الصُّدُورِ, and he is knowing of what is within the breasts. وَالصَّلَاةُ.
So let's just 1 second now. Now, huwa alimun. So huwa here
He.
is the subject, is he, and it's a pronoun. He is the subject, and alimun is the
Predicate, because
is
that's
the predicate. Yeah. So what they have done, they made it red for subject and blue for the predicate itself. Brilliant. Thank you ever so much for that. Is that understood?
Yes.
Right. Next person I will ask to come on the mic, Sister Parveen Razai.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Sister Parveen Razai, can you do the next example? It says as-salatu nurun. Where is the subject and where is the predicate? Where is the mubtada and where is the khabar?
As-salatu nurun.
Yep.
It's mean namaz
Is nur.
nur. The
Yes.
nur is the khabar.
Correct. Nur is the khabar. And
Yeah.
what is the sign of nur bin a khabar? There are some signs which we have done.
There are dhamma.
Dhamma tanween. Exactly. Yeah. So it's coming without alif lam, and also it has a dhamma tanween on the end. And as-salatu, what position does it have?
Was-salatun is the, I don't know this one.
Khabar, mubtada. As-salatu, alif lam there. As-salatu is the mubtada. Salat is nur.
Nur.
Yeah. Next one. As-sadaqatu burhanun.
Sadaqatun burhanun. There's was-sadaqatun is mubtada.
Yep.
Burhan khabar.
Khabar, correct. As-sabru dhiya'un. Sabr is a light.
Ziya means?
Dhiya means a torch and a light.
Is a ziya is the khabar, and was-sabrun is a mubtada is a.
Correct. Correct. And then the examples of what I'm going to do, I'm going to check what should I do. That's fine. That's enough examples because I don't want to spend too much time on this. Because inshallah, I'll do this in book 2 because this is still level 1. So I'm not going to do it in too much detail. That's enough. Right, now the next thing which I need to explain is the different types of khabar. So we did as-salatu nurun, but now over here is we're doing the first word as we did al-kitabu jadidun. So here mufrad means a single word. So there can be 2 examples of the khabar itself. So one is jadidun. Jadidun is what? Let's bring someone on the mic. Let's bring Sister Narjis Darsi. Sister Narjis Darsi.
Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you do the first example? So mufrad means a single word. Now al-kitabu jadidun. Now all of the words which are coming as khabar have been highlighted black. So what will be the translation of al-kitabu jadidun?
The new book?
No, the book is new.
Oh, okay.
So
the book is new.
Yeah, the book is new.
It's omitted in Arabic, right?
There's no word in Arabic language which represents is. So it's implied.
Mm-hmm.
So it's intended, but what you need to understand, whenever you have al-kitab wa jadidun, but al-kitab has a dhamma and jadidun has a dhamma, how there is a relationship al-kitab wa jadid, it's a hidden one. The harakat here, the dhamma on the al-kitabu and the dhamma on jadidun, these 2 harakat are implying that there is a relationship with al-kitab and jadid together, which is the relationship of is. Is that clear?
Yes, you know.
So the harakat on jadidun is implying that jadidun has a relationship with al-kitabu, of is. Okay. Now the next example, al-Qur'anu kitabullahi.
Kitabullahi.
What does kitabullahi mean?
The book of Allah, I guess.
Yes, book of Allah. And in Arabic, in lesson number 5, what type of word construction is this? Kitabullahi. It's mudaf, mudaf ilay.
Muzaf alayh.
Yeah, kitab is possessed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the possessor of the book itself. Do you remember that?
What is the noun, here? What's the khabar is kitab?
Kitabullahi, mudaf, mudaf ilay. Together is the khabar, yes.
So Al-Quran is the subject?
Quran is the subject and kitab is the khabar.
So Al-Quran kitabullah.
Yeah, Al-Quranu kitabullah. The Quran is the book of Allah. So this is one word, okay? Is that clear?
Yes,
Brilliant.
yes.
Jazakallah. And let me choose the next student to come on the mic. Can I have Sister Musarrat? Sister Musarrat, iPhone? Sister Musarrat, are you able to unmute yourself? Sister Musarrat, are you able to unmute yourself? Okay. If not, can I have then Sister Sukaina?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Sister Sukaina, let's do the next one.
Okay.
Now, here on top it says jar and majroor. Now, in Arabic language, do you remember in lesson number 4, we did ala. Ala means on. Do you remember?
Yes.
Ala is a preposition, correct?
Yes.
Preposition are particles which don't give a meaning by itself, but they link. They have a verb which is attached to it, and then they attach to either a noun or a verb itself.
Yes.
So al-kitab. Now,
okay.
Arabic.
Yes.
In Arabic, ala is called a jar, and the thing which gets the kasra. Do you remember what does Allah do to a noun which comes after it?
So it's al-maktabi is definite, and instead of maktabu, it becomes maktabi.
Excellent, excellent. So it gets a kasra.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's in our English, it's called the genitive case. In Arabic, the thing which gets the kasra, when it comes after Allah, is called majroor.
Yes.
So it's called, and this is called preposition. So this is called a preposition. Preposition is when on, above, in are called prepositions. So first of all, here we learned a single word can come as a khabar. Number 2 is that prepositions also. Preposition can come as a khabar as well. Preposition can come as
a khabar as well.
Khabar as well. So the book is
on the table. Al-Kitabu al-Maktabi. The book is on the table.
So where is the is situated?
So the book is on the table. So the book is the noun and the khabar is al-Maktabi, where it is situated, right? So fil bayti rajulun, in the boy's house. Is that what you're asking? Yeah. So the book is on the table in the boy's house. So fi bayti is, again, it's changed because of the preposition al-majrur. So fi is in, al-baytu becomes al-bayti because it's with the preposition, and rajul is the noun, the boy. Is that
correct?
Right? Okay.
So here now, what's happened here in this example is this. Now, fil bayti. What is fil bayti? What is the word fi? What type of word is fi?
It's a preposition in.
Correct. Now, now the question is, why is the preposition now coming in the beginning of the sentence? Did I not say earlier that all nouns which come as a subject should be definite?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Now, why is it coming? Why is the preposition now coming in the beginning of the sentence? Okay, let's look at the word rajulun. What's the difference between rajulun and al-kitabu? What's the difference between the two?
Rajul is a man and al-kitabu is a book. So
What's the difference between the word itself?
it has a definite and this one doesn't have a definite.
Thank you ever so much for that. Excellent. Yes, that's right. Because rajulun means a man and al-kitabu means the book. If it's kitabun means a book. Now, whenever the subject is coming without alif lam, is coming as nakira, indefinite, then what happens is that the khabar, so fil bayti now, is the khabar, is coming before the subject now. So this is a ruling in the Quran. Many times we see fihi, there's many times fihi comes before and then the noun comes after it. So fil bayti now is the khabar, rajulun is the delayed subject, the mubtada.
Okay.
So whenever the khabar, the subject, comes without alif lam, the predicate will come first and then the mubtada will come. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes? Brilliant. Sister Butul Noor Muhammad. Sister Butul Noor Muhammad, would you be able to come on the mic? Or Sister Khatija? Okay, let's choose then Sister Zainab Hassan.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Who is this, Sister Zainab Hassan?
Yeah, just one.
Brilliant. Okay, I'll give you 2 seconds, this one. Right. Okay, I think she's... You there, Sister Zainab?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Al-Kitabu tahta al-Maktabi.
Correct.
The book is under the desk, under the table.
Correct. Next one.
Amama al-bayti hadiqatun.
Hadiqatun is a garden.
Yeah. So amama is in front of the house is in front of the garden.
Yeah. In front of the
No,
house.
the garden is in front of the house.
Yeah, in front of the house is a garden, or a garden is in front of the house.
Uh-huh.
A
Yeah,
garden is in front of, now here, the word tahta and amama is locating location. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, is location. Tahta means underneath, amama means in front. So these in Arabic are called dharf. Dharfun. Zarfun means an adverb. Yeah, adverb.
Okay, adverb.
Oh, verb is a doing word. Adverb is a noun which indicates upon place and time. So tahta and here, tahta and amama are adverbs. So here now, al-kitabu, what's happening? Where is the subject and where is the predicate? Explain, sister.
Maktabi is al-kitab is the subject. And tahta is a adverb.
Yep.
And al-maktabi is a
mudhaf ilayh.
Mudhaf ilayh, yeah.
Excellent. Amama is
a verb, is an adverb.
Yep.
Al-bayti is a
mudhaf ilayh.
Mudhaf ilayh. And hadiqatun is the mudhaf.
No, hadiqatun is the
khabar.
Remember what I said?
No, hadiqatun is the garden, right?
Yes. So it should now here. So over here again, what's happening is that whenever a preposition, whenever a noun is indefinite, it should have been al-hadiqatu amam al-bayti, because the word hadiqatun, it does not have alif lam. So that's the reason why this is the mubtada, a delayed mubtada. It's not come in the beginning of the sentence, but has been postponed or delayed because it does not have alif lam. So for this reason, the adverb comes before the subject itself.
Got it.
Got it? So there are
Got
two
it.
cases. Now remember this now. There are two cases when the preposition and the adverb comes before the
No,
subject.
for the subject, right?
Yeah, that is when it's a preposition and an adverb. They can come before the subject when the subject comes indefinite without alif lam.
Oh, so al-bayti is definite, right?
No,
Because
rajulun, the word rajulun. Rajulun it does not have alif lam.
yeah, hadikatun either
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, hadikatun does not have alif lam, that's right.
Yeah, it doesn't have alif lam.
Yeah.
And it has got two tanween over there.
That's right.
Jumat,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
Okay.
So, and the other point you can write, if you're writing this down, remember that, or you can write this point down, adverbs, amam al-bayti, and prepositions, they always come as khabar. They never come as subjects.
Adverbs and what?
Adverbs and prepositions.
Okay,
They always come as khabar. They never come as subjects, mubtada.
Cover, okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah, it comes as cover, never is.
So when
subject.
you read the Quran now, look at these words and inshallah, it will make much more sense and it will start enjoying. And then look at the translations as well now. And inshallah, you will start things getting in place now. The translations, you'll be able to fit them and understand them, inshallah.
Inshallah, thank
Okay?
you. Okay, thank you.
No problem at all. The next 4 and 5, I'm not going to do this today because these things I haven't really done. And I'll do the first 3 I've done. 4 and 5, we have touched upon it, but I don't want to spend time on there, which is not required on there. Let's write. Everyone okay so far? Or have I lost the class? Explaining concept which may be a bit too challenging for everyone.
No, it's interesting.
Yeah, so these things, the reason why I have to teach this thing is for you to be able to understand the Quran. Without this, you will not understand the Quran. And those who want to have a better understanding have to have a better understanding of Arabic grammar and the Arabic vocab as well. So this way, the way I'm teaching you now, it's very subtle and gradual, whereas the Sunday course, which I'm doing, it's very intense. I know it's intense, and that's the reason why it's a different methodology of teaching Arabic language there. Any questions from anyone? No questions? Or is everyone scared to come on the mic? Is there? Normally everyone says I want to come on the mic, but this time, okay, that's fine. Let's start the lesson now. Okay, now I'm going to start lesson number 9. The reason why I had to explain that because that was a different way of teaching lesson number 9. I haven't done it before. I'm doing it with you're the first batch I'm doing it with, and I will see the result afterwards. What happens? Right. Let me just get the right book onto the screen. I don't want to teach book 1.
This is not right book.
Yeah, I know. This is book 2.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
This is Aisha Afridi, and I have a question.
Yep.
That subject in Arabic we call it mubtada.
Right.
You told us the
That's right.
ibtada and mubtada. So it's not necessary that the sentence has to always start with the
2
subject.
components. That's right.
Yeah, I just want to make sure because that's very new thing for me, and so I just want to make sure that it's not necessary that the sentence has to start always with the subject. It can come after.
Yeah, it has 2 components, and the other thing is that you can have subject and predicate. These are 2 components, but you can have in between it. You can have adverbs in there. You can also have prepositions in there and many other things. So, but the sentence itself, it will contain 2 parts of it, a subject and a predicate.
Right.
That's a good question, actually. Good question that that's a question of observation which you've asked. So yes, that is correct.
Jazakallah khair.
Okay, now let me start the actual lesson now. So now lesson number 9, let me explain outside the book. The reason why I had to explain about lesson number 9 the way I have done, it's because this lesson now is going to talk about adjectives. And adjectives itself, they come for either it can come for the subject, and it also can come for the term in Arabic, like no. Yeah, the term.
Sheikh, what is the term, for Arabic, like noun?
Noun is ism, al-ismu. Ismun is noun. Ismun is the Arabic word for noun, and predicate is khabar.
Yeah,
Predicate
but
is
what
khabar.
are the words, what are the terms that you use in Arabic, because
That's the terms.
these terms
It's
are
called
not
noun.
used.
Yeah, ism is noun. Ism is noun, and predicate is called khabar. Khabar is the news which we give about the actual subject, which is the mubtada. Subject is called mubtada.
Okay.
Subject is called mubtada.
So the handout that you will send, it has everything, in there.
Yeah. I've sent one of the handouts out already, and I'll send the other one.
Yes.
I'll send the other one now. Just 1 second.
So because these terms are completely new to
Don't
me.
worry. I'll drill this in everyone's mind, and everyone will remember this rest of their lives that we learned this concept. So don't worry about that. I'll explain this a few times, because these
Thank
concepts
you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
They are really important, because
yes.
if I was teaching a basic Arabic language, then I don't really have to teach it. But it's only because of the Quran I have to go through a bit, teach grammar, so that you can understand the Quran gradually, inshallah. Right, let's start the session. Next person I'm going to ask is Sister Farida. Sister Farida.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Now, Sister Farida, I want you to kindly read points to remember in lesson number 9. So this lesson is going to talk about, let me explain out of the box. This lesson is going to talk about adjectives. Adjectives in English are adjectives, and in English language, we normally say the new book. New being the adjective describing the book itself. The new book, the new apple, the new teacher, hardworking student. So we normally bring the adjective first, and then the noun who is being qualified to be described is mentioned afterwards. But in the Arabic language, it's the other way around. You bring the noun, which you want to describe first, and then you bring the adjective afterwards. For example, bintun means a daughter, and if you want to say a small daughter, you'll say bintun saghiratun. So you bring the word small after the noun who is being described.
Yes.
First. Okay?
Yeah.
And the other point which I need to mention is that adjectives can come for the subject, and it can also come for the predicates, the khabar as well.
Yes.
So they can come vice versa. And remember, and those who attended the actual first, those who attended the lesson about predicates and subjects, adjectives always follow the same harakat as the noun which they're describing. So bintun has come with dhamma tanween, saghiratun comes with dhamma tanween. Walad and saghirat, bintun is mass feminine, saghiratun also comes feminine. And also the number. So let me explain this. It mentions the adjective follows the noun which describes in definite and indefinite. That's number 1. It follows in being definite and indefinite, number 1. Number 2, it follows in number. Number meaning if it's singular, dual, and plural.
Yeah.
Number 3 is gender. If it's feminine or masculine.
Oh, masculine, yeah.
Number 3. Number 4, it follows each other in harakat. Harakat meaning dhamma, fatha, or kasra.
Yeah.
So have I left anything out?
I think number.
I've mentioned number already. I've
Oh,
mentioned
you
number.
have,
Yeah. So these are the four.
Gender.
These are the 4 things which the adjective follows each other. And inshallah, when we go through this, this will be reinstated again in the book. And Bismillah, Sister Farida, go ahead.
Okay. In this lesson, we learned the adjective in Arabic. The adjective in Arabic follows the noun. It qualifies, example, unlike in English, it comes after the noun. Example, a new baytun jadidun, a new house. In Arabic, the adjective is called naat, and the noun it qualifies is called manut. The adjective is in agreement with the noun in the following matters. Number 1, gender. The adjective of a masculine noun is masculine, and that of a feminine noun is feminine. Example, bintu zagiratun, a small girl.
Bintun saghiratun.
Bintu zagiratun, a small girl. Waladun sagir, a small boy. Sayaratu jadidatun, a new car. Kitabun jadidun, a new book. Number 2, that was gender, and now is being definite and or indefinite. If a noun is definite, the adjective is also definite. And if the noun is indefinite, so also is the adjective. Example, Bilalun mudarrasun jadidun. Bilal is a new teacher. Al-mudarrasul jadidu fi fazli. The new teacher is in the class. Number 3, case. The adjective is in the same case as the manut. Example, Haza baytun jadidun. This is a new house. Ana fi baytin jadidin. I'm in a new house. Al baytul jadidul jamil. The new house is beautiful. Man fil baytil jadid. Jadid. Who is in the new house? Should I continue?
Brilliant. Now,
yeah.
Right, okay. Over here now, Hada baytun jadidun, you will see here. Now let me explain. Let me start from the top. Bilalun mudarrisun jadidun. So here now, Bilal, I explained earlier that Bilal is a proper noun and is a name of an individual. That's the subject. Mudarrisun is nakira. So let me bring Sister Fatima, Sister Narjis Abdul. Is it Sister Narjis Abdullah? Sister Narjis? Where is it? Okay, Sister, okay, let's bring Sister Gulshan. Can you come on the mic, please? Sister Gulshan.
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Now over here now, it says Bilalun mudarrisun jadidun. So Bilal is the subject because it's a name of an individual. So where is the khabar then?
Jadidun.
No.
Mudarrisun jadidun.
Excellent. Mudarrisun jadidun together is the khabar.
Yeah, is the khabar, yes.
So if we do not have the word jadidun, the word mudarris by itself is the khabar.
Okay.
The word mudarris, Bilal, is a teacher. That's a complete sentence. But what type of teacher? Is he a new teacher or old teacher?
Yeah, so that is jadidun.
Yeah, jadidun has a dhamma tanween. Mudarrisun has a
And
dhamma tanween.
mudarrisun also, yes.
Sheikh,
So
I
this-
have a question here.
They would,
Yes.
Sheikh, if there was no Bilal, right?
Yep.
There would just be Mudarrisun Jadidun. Then we had to say Mudarrisi Jadidun.
Okay. I was waiting. That is the question which.
no, we should add al-mudarrisu jadidun.
Excellent.
Al-Mudarrisu. Yeah, that's
Mashallah.
The teacher
Mashallah.
is new.
Mashallah.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Good, thank you.
Yes,
Mashallah.
al-mudarris.
Sister Gulshan, you've done an amazing thing. I didn't expect you to answer this question, but you've answered a very difficult question, which you've understood. That's really good.
Yes,
Excellent.
thank you.
So al-mudarrisu
Mudarrisu jadidun.
Yeah, al-mudarrisu jadidun would be the teacher is
New.
new. Okay. Okay, al-mudarrisu jadidun. Now I'm going to ask a question myself. This can be an open question for everyone. Ignore Bilal. If it's al-mudarrisu jadidun, means the teacher is new. The teacher is new. Subject and predicates. If I say al-mudarrisu al-jadidu,
No, it doesn't make any sentence.
what does it become? How would you translate them? Al-mudarrisu al-jadidu. You're right. It doesn't become a sentence anymore. That's right. What does it become? How would you translate in English?
Al-mudarris. No. Jadid. No.
Al-mudarrisu
New
al-jadid.
madrasa. We can say new madrasa.
Excellent.
New teacher. New teacher.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yes,
This is amazing. This is the first time round I've actually taught students, and the students have told me the answer. Normally, they ask me the question and I tell them the answer. This is the first time I've asked the question and you've told the answer. MashaAllah, that's really good. It did work. So the way I taught this lesson is different from the previous ways I teach, and it's worked out the way I wanted it to work out. That's brilliant.
Yes.
Let me explain now, and let me explain what Sister Gulshan said to the rest of the class if they haven't understood. Now, al-mudarrisu jadidun means the teacher is new.
Yes.
But if we add alif lam, al-jadidu, then it becomes part of the, al-mudarrisu jadidun is the subject and predicate. So that we are putting the word, inserting the word is, the teacher is new. But if we add alif lam, and the ruling is that the khabar comes nakira. Yes? Does everyone remember that? That the khabar always comes nakira without alif lam. Now, if we add alif lam to al-jadidu, which was the khabar, if we add alif lam to al-jadidu, then it becomes an adjective for the
teacher.
For the teacher.
The teacher?
Yes. Yes.
The new teacher?
Exactly. Sister Narjis, you understood as well now. Brilliant.
Yes.
The new teacher. So the new teacher becomes a phrase now.
Yeah.
The new teacher becomes a phrase. It becomes an incomplete teacher, incomplete sentence. So then we have to say al-mudarrisu al-jadidu. Look at the word at the bottom. Al-mudarrisu al-jadidu fil fasli. So the new teacher is in the classroom.
In the class.
So in the classroom is the khabar now. Though, how many of you have understood this point? So al-mudarris al-jadidu becomes a subject and it becomes an incomplete sentence, and we need to add a noun. It could be a noun we can add as well. We could say beautiful. Al-mudarris al-jadidu, beautiful. How would you say beautiful?
Jamilu.
Jamilun.
The beautiful mudarrisu.
Jamilun. Yeah, the new teacher is beautiful. If it's going to be a nakira, and a khabar should be nakira, and it should be jamilun.
Jamilun, yes.
MashaAllah. Sister Gulshan, how much time have you spent?
No, I have learned this little bit, not too much.
Okay. Sister Parveen Naqvi, did you understand that as well? Right.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, you using okay.
All the steps.
You haven't got your name on the on iPad Pro. I know you got an iPad Pro. It's a big tablet, so I didn't know who it was. I haven't got your name on there.
I had to buy the big screen to see everything better.
Okay. I will just change your name because I didn't know you was there. I thought it was someone else there.
Oh, sorry. I'll do it right now.
I'm sorry, I don't get it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll explain.
Where is the al? Because it's al mudarrisu.
Let me explain to you. Let me explain. Come on, Mike.
So where is the? Where is the new?
Okay, I'll explain. Now, so look at this word here, mudarrisun. So if I add, this is giving you a scenario. I'm giving you a scenario. Come on, Mike, Sister Samira.
Yes.
If now Bilalun mudarrisun jadidun here, Bilal is the subject because it's definite. Mudarrisun is nakira, is indefinite. So Bilal is a teacher. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes.
Now,
and the new. Right.
Yeah. Jadidun is coming as an adjective for the teacher. So the translation is Bilal is a new teacher. Correct?
Yes.
So
yes.
Jadidun is coming as an adjective for the khabar, the predicate, which is mudarris.
Yes.
Okay. That's got it. Now I'm gonna give you a scenario. Imagine the word Bilal isn't there. The word Bilal isn't there, but the only two words you're going to have is the word mudarris. For it to become the subject, it requires alif lam, correct?
Yes.
So we will say al mudarrisu jadidun.
Yes, the new teacher.
No, the teacher is new.
The teacher is new. The teacher is new, right?
Yeah. The teacher is new. So al mudarrisu jadidun, the teacher is new. Jadidun is nakira, is indefinite, and is translated in English, the teacher is new. And we imply between al mudarrisu and jadidun, the word is inserted in English translation.
Yes, because there is a double tanween here.
Exactly. That's right. The tanween itself implies that there's a relationship of is between the two.
Right.
Okay. Now, if I wanted to say the new teacher,
so you have to put alif lam. Alif lam in jadid.
Exactly.
Okay, so, but now why are you putting alif lam in al mudarrisu then?
Because al mudarrisu has the alif lam in the beginning because it's a subject.
Yeah, but you want the jadid to be the subject now, right?
No. Jadid never becomes a subject. Jadid becomes the adjective.
Oh, okay.
The word
so
jadid
mudarrisu is still the subject, so that's why the alif lam.
Yes.
Okay, I get it now. Okay.
And al mudarrisu, then the alif lam is being added to al jadidu because of al mudarris, because the adjectives follow the same i'rab and same definite or indefinite state. If the noun which the jadid is coming after has alif lam, it also becomes with alif lam.
So you cannot say al mudarrisu jadidun.
So that becomes subject and predicate. Yes. The teacher is new.
Correct.
The teacher is new. But if you want to say the new teacher, then it needs to have alif lam as well, because adjectives follow the same harakat and the same definite and indefinite state as well. So it has to be al mudarrisu al jadidu, means the new teacher. What about the new teacher? Jamilun is beautiful.
Okay, get it. So you have to
add khabar.
Yeah, you need to add khabar. That's right.
Because that's an adjective. So now you need khabar.
Exactly. Yes.
Subject. Okay.
MashaAllah, I am impressed with this group. I have to say, you're probably the best group I've actually taught. No joke. This is no mubalagha that, mashallah, you've understood a concept which majority of the students I've taught haven't understood the concept. They've asked me the question. Okay, now then over here now, al-mudarrisu al-jadidu fil fasli means, now here al-jadidu is the adjective, fil fasli is in the classroom. So this is the khabar now. The new teacher is in the classroom. And then it says case. Case means a harakat. Now here, different harakat are going to be shown here. So here, هذا بيت. So Fatima Hirawala. So, Fatima Hirawala, are you there? Sister Fatima, I know you maybe, I don't know if you missed a few lessons. I know you was there.
Yes, I was traveling and I missed, so I'm not following properly, but I'm just trying to catch up. So
Okay.
excuse me for that.
Okay.
I was going to ask you some question after the class, but
okay, that's fine. Sister Fatima, if you, do you, which state are you from?
I'm in California right now.
California. Is any students in the? I'm just asking everyone in the class. Is anyone from California at the moment? No? Okay, that's fine. I know a student from California. I think Sister Mariam and Sister Parveen. I think Parveen Ravjani. She's from California.
Okay. She's here right now?
She's in the other class. I will ask you to give you some help. That's no issue.
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
So here, هذا بيت جديد. هذا is the subject. بيت جديد is the khabar. Sister Parveen Naqvi, can you go ahead and see if you can do this?
هذا بيت جديد. هذا is predicate. مبتدا, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, هذا is مبتدا. بيت is khabar with جديد.
Yeah, جديد is what?
جديد is the adjective.
Correct.
So it with بيت جديد will be khabar.
Yes, so بيت has a dhamma tanween, جديد has a dhamma tanween.
جديد has to have dhamma tanween, and they have to have like same. Like if they are marfa, then nakira, they have to be nakira, both of them.
Yep.
And they have to be the same gender also.
Excellent. Ana fi baytin jadidin. I am in a new house. So what's happening here now?
Okay, fi is making fi is harf-e-jar, so it's giving kasratain to bayt. So fi baytin ana fi baytin jadidin. So because baytin has kasratain, so jadidun will get kasratain and it will be jadidin.
Correct. So it's adjective.
Ana fi baytin jadidin.
Correct. Next
so
one.
Ana is mubtada and fi is harf-e-jar and baytin jadidin is the khabar.
Excellent. Excellent.
Al-baytul jadidu jamilun. So al-baytu marifa and its subject. It's al-jadidu jamilun is both together is
No. Al-jadidu is an adjective for the house. Jamilun is the khabar.
Haber, yes.
Okay. So al-baytul jadidu. That's adjective. Okay. So jamilun is the khabar.
Correct.
So man fil baytil jadidi. Who is in the new house? So man will be
subject.
And baytil al-baytil jadidi will be the khabar.
Yeah, fil bayt al-jadidi. The whole thing together.
Yeah.
Because of fi, they both got kasra. So
Excellent.
Fil baytil jadidi. So
I have a question.
Yep. Who has a question? Go ahead.
So jadid, if we look at the word, is an adjective, and jamil is also an adjective.
Yep.
So in Arabic,
No. Is it so al-baytu is subject, al-jadidu is the adjective. Both words are not adjectives. The house is the subject, al-jadidu is the adjective for the house. The new house. The house is beautiful. If jadid wasn't there, al-baytu jamilun, the house is beautiful. But is this a new house or an old house? New. New is the adjective for al-baytu.
Yes, I understand here, but I'm saying if we look at the meanings of the word, then both words are descriptive words, Jadid and Jamil. But we are taking one word as an adjective.
Yes, that's right. So one word. So what's happening here? Okay, yeah. So al-jadidu is becoming al-baytu al-jadidu is becoming an adjective. Jamilun is becoming as a statement. The new house. What about the new house? Is beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. It's become a state. This word Jamil is coming as part of the statement itself. That's correct. That is absolutely correct. What you have mentioned.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now I'm going to read the lesson now. Just please listen to the lesson, and I'm just going to do the lesson because I've spent an hour just explaining the concepts. So I'm just going to finish this lesson, and that is it, because I think you probably got other things to do better than this. So I will just read the lesson and explain. That's it. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ad-darsu at-tasi'u. The 11th lesson. Man hadha ar-rajulu. Who is this man? Huwa Abbasun. Huwa Abbasun. Sister Aisha Afridi, translate for me. Huwa Abbasun.
He is Abbas.
Correct. Abbasun Tajirun.
Abbas is a merchant.
Correct. Abbasun Tajirun Ghaniyun.
Abbas is a rich merchant.
So the word rich, what position does it have in the sentence?
Abbasu Tajirun Ghaniyun.
Adjective.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
It
It's
is
an adjective. Yeah. It's coming as an adjective for Tajir. Tajirun and Ghaniyun together is coming as the
Haber.
Haber, yes. Correct. Hamidun Mudarrisun. Where is the subject and where is the predicate? And translate as well, please.
Hamidun Mudarrisun. Hamid is a teacher. Hamid is a subject mubtada, and Mudarrisun is a khabar.
Correct.
Predicate.
Next one. So next person, I'm going to ask for who hasn't had a chance to come on the mic. I swear we all pass. Who has not had a chance to come on the mic? Sister. Who has not had a chance?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I didn't get a chance.
Okay, Bismillah, come on the mic. Alaikum salam.
Okay.
Let's read from here. Hamidun Mudarrisun Jadidun. What will be the translation of this?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hamidun Mudarrisun Jadidun. Hamidun is a new student.
A new teacher. Mudarris is teacher.
Mudarrisun, yes. Yes, teacher. Hamidun Mudarrisun. Hamid is a new teacher.
Correct. Mahaza.
Mahaza, who is this?
No, what is this?
Mahaza, what is this?
Hada tufahun.
This is tufahun, apple.
Yeah, this is an apple. Then it says at-tufahu fakihatun ladhidatun. The apple is
fakihatun. I can't remember.
Fakihatun means a fruit.
Yes.
The apple is a delicious fruit.
Yes. Apple is and mazalika. What is this?
No, just 1 second. At-tufahu fakihatun ladhidatun. So fakihatun is coming feminine.
As yes, as a marfu also.
Yes, and ladhidatun is coming feminine, and it's also coming marfu.
As marfu, well. Yes.
Correct. So this is coming. Fakiyatun is coming as khabar. Ladhidatun is coming as the adjective for fakihatun.
And yes, and the first one is
Lazizatun is also not, and
yeah.
Tufahu is man'ud.
Yeah, so you can use na'at as an adjective, sifa, or na'at, and the thing which has been described is called man'ud. Also, you can use the word sifa. Sifatun, ladhidatun is sifatun, and the thing which has been mawsuf. Mawsuf is the thing which has been described.
So that is tufa.
Yes, okay. And then mazalika,
Yep.
What is this?
What is that?
What is that? Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Zalikal Kitabu, yeah, that book. Yeah. What is that? Zalikal
Usfurun.
Usfurun.
Usfurun. That is a sparrow.
Yes.
Zalika Usfurun. That is a
Zalika
sparrow.
is Mubtada and Usfurun is Khabar.
Correct. Now over here, al-usfuru ta'irun saghirun. So here, al-usfuru is the subject. Ta'irun means a bird. What type of bird is it? Small. So small is an adjective for ta'irun. It's coming marfu, it's coming masculine, and it's coming singular.
Yes.
Translation?
The bird, it's the small bird.
No, the sparrow is a small bird.
Oh, sparrow is a small bird.
Correct. Al-Arabiyatu lughatun.
Sahlatun, yes. This one is very easy. Arabiyatu is mubtada. Lugatul is adjective. And Sahlatun is
Nope. The reason why it's not adjective is nakira. Because if Arabic is going to have an adjective, it should come with alif lam. So lughatun is not coming with alif lam. It's not adjective, but it's the khabar.
Okay. So
Arabic is
a easy language.
Arabic is an easy language, correct? So sahlatun is the adjective of lugha.
Yes. I wanted to ask you: is there khabar and is the object the same thing, or is it different thing?
No, object is different thing. We're not doing objects yet.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I got confused.
Okay. Al-Arabiyatu lughatun sahlatun. Arabic is an easy language itself.
Yes.
Brilliant. Right. Let me bring someone else on the mic. Sister. Sister, the sister, right one. Sister Sukaina.
Yes.
Bismillah. Let's do the last couple of sentences.
Okay. Al-Arabiyatu lughatun jamilatun. The Arabic language is beautiful. So Arabiyatu lughatu is subject and
No, the Al-Arabiyatu is a subject because it has the alif lam. Now the word lughatun, does it have alif lam?
No.
So it's the khabar then.
So it's the cover with the beautiful language.
Yeah, beautiful is what?
Adjective. This is the adjective.
Correct.
Description.
That's right. Next one.
Amaran talibun mujtahidun. Amar is a hard-working student.
Excellent.
Wal Mahmud talibul kaslanun.
Kaslanu means lazy.
Okay. And Mahmoud is a lazy student.
Correct.
So Amar is the subject.
Kaslanu is the adjective.
Yeah. Kaslanun and hardworking is, yeah, Majdarun is.
Can I ask something here?
Yep.
Like Talib, Ammarun, Talibun, Mujtahidun, everything matches. But Mahmudun, Talibun, Kaslanun, it is Kaslanu.
Okay, I was waiting for someone to ask me that question. Remember, whenever now Kaslanu is an exception from getting a tanween. It should have been Kaslanun, but whenever there's a noun which has alif and noon at the end, it doesn't get a dhamma tanween. Instead of getting a dhamma tanween, it gets one dhamma.
Alif and noon.
Yeah, whenever a noun, Ramadan, Adnan, Sha'ban, Ghadban, Atshan, all of these words which end with alif noon, they never get a tanween at the end. They only get a dhamma.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Continue, Sister Sukaina.
Man anta, who are you? Ana twalibun, I am a student. Anta twalibun jadidun, I am a new.
Anta, are you?
Okay, Anta, are you a new student? Nam means yes. Ana twalibun jadidun, I am a new student. Yes, I'm New student.
Excellent, mashallah, excellent. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajam. Right, how many lessons you've done so far? 10 lessons, 15 lessons, 12 lessons so far?
9.
9 lessons. So we've reached 9 lessons. Okay, right, brilliant. How are you finding it so far?
Today was interesting because I understood what I didn't understand.
So yeah, so what happens, what's happening now, the previous lesson which you have done, I've actually linked everything together now. Like I was teaching subject, predicate, everything itself. Today's lesson was the result of the 9 lessons which I've taught you so far. So whatever I have been teaching you today was the result of everything. Trying to all the actual loops have been tangled together and brought you in a form of a flower bud, that you can understand what you have learned so far. So the lesson number 10 itself is just a continuation of lesson number 9, nothing else.
Okay.
Right. So the next, any questions?
When do we have a test?
You can do the test today, sister, if you wanted to. The test paper is ready, and there's a few sisters who've actually done the test paper from last lesson. Some got 126 out of 140. One got 124 out of 140. Then and I think some got 110, some got 115. So that 3 or 4 people have done the paper, and alhamdulillah, it's really good. It's really good. So there's one more lesson to go through. If you want to do, you can attempt the test paper. There's no harm in trying, just to see how well you know the lessons. And then inshallah, there will be a final paper again, which I'll give you once I've done the lesson number 10 and a quick little revision over everything as well, inshallah.
Yeah, I did without lesson 9 and 10. And